What's up, guys? It's your boy Imam Mentor back with another video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share if you care. Um, I'm feeling much better, so let's go, let's go, let's go. Can we talk? Can we talk for a minute? Let's talk. Let's talk about some stuff. People dropped today and this week. Um, Avril Lavigne dropped. We're gonna be speaking about her. A new single. We're gonna be also talking about Adele and her video for "Oh My God." We're gonna speak on this video. I'm not gonna talk about FKA Twigs and YB and Cordae. I know they drop albums, but I haven't really listened to their albums to judge. So I'm not gonna speak on it yet until I get a full listen to until I listen to their album in full, and then I can judge. I'm gonna try my best tonight to make sure I listen to both of their albums, and then probably come tomorrow and talk about it, or come very soon and talk about it. But I am aware that they drop albums. And then we're gonna also speak about Christopher Maurice Cokehead Brown. Now let me stop, but not for real. Matter of fact, let's get into him first, since he's already on the he's the first thing on the docket. He's on the the video already. Because I just got done watching his video for his new single Iffy. So Iffy had dropped, and I seen that it dropped today, and I was hearing that he was gonna drop new music this year. Because I was looking at the people who were highly anticipated for a new release or album or whatever, and I seen that Chris Brown was gonna drop, and he's been teasing stuff for a couple of months now, and I'm just like, I didn't know that because I used to be a big Chris Brown fan, but for some reasons I really don't get to get into his music like that no more, so I don't really be checking for him. When he drops stuff, then he drops, I listen, but I'm not like, I don't know everything unless he's probably promoting it a lot, because I have him on Instagram. But Chris Brown's not really he's not really like the social media person. He's not on social media every 5 seconds. That's one credit I give him. He's not, he's not always doing the antics too much like that, like the way he used to do before. He kind of, does make his music and stay to himself. Sometimes you'll hear him coming, in the media for stuff, but he's not always on the internet doing wild stuff all the time. Every once in a while, he'll have his moments, but the antics is not too much with him. But I feel like Chris Brown needs to put the coke down, and he also needs to he needs to stop messing with all these women. Somebody needs to break his heart, and he needs to get in the studio and get inspired again. Because the music is not there. And I know, so I don't know about that break Chris Brown's heart, because that's not good. But you know what I mean? Like, he needs a heartbreak again. Like, not a bad one, but he needs somebody to really, he needs to really like get his feelings again. Because Chris Brown, he's not inspired. I don't know whether it's the coke, it's the too much drinking and smoking, or it's just him being with too much girls. But the music is not there. And there's no shade. Chris Brown's a legend. I think when it comes to the guys of the 2000s, in R&B, Chris Brown takes that title. Of course, we know about, Robert, but Robert is, behind bars for his disgusting behavior, and we know about Usher. Usher did his thing. Usher had a run throughout the the late '90s and the early 2000s, and into the late 2000s, he had a run. But Chris Brown, has been a little bit more consistent. He's still relevant after what, 15, 16, like 17, almost 17 years. Usher's been around. Usher's still kind of relevant a little bit, but not as relevant as Chris Brown. But Usher did have a big run too. Usher and Chris Brown could debate. They could battle. Excuse me. But yeah, you know what I mean? But Chris Brown, when it comes to the quality of music department, he's not there. The music, like this Iffy song sounds, and I heard the teaser, but I was like, let me listen to the song in full before I come and judge. Like, and watch the video and everything. Like, Chris Brown is not putting out good music. Like, the songs just sound very generic. It's this generic R&B sound. And I understand, I always say that him and Drake, they have the same problem. Chris Brown and Drake, they want to be relevant. They want to stay consistent and relevant and be on the charts or be on the radio or be in the clubs. So they make songs that fit with the current time, which is smart as an artist. But I feel like they do it to a point where they kind of lose who they are as an artist. Their artistry gets lost. And that's my problem with them, because I used to be a big Chris Brown and Drake fan back in the days when I was like much, much younger than what I am now. Like maybe let's say like elementary school days. You cannot tell me about Chris Brown and Drake I was the biggest Chris Brown and Drake fan, but I feel like as I got older and really understood what music really is supposed to give, Chris Brown and Drake, they lost it for me. But the difference with Drake and Chris Brown is that with Drake it works. Drake has top 10 hits, he got number one hits. Like Drake, everything Drake drops for the most part are hits. Even though the CLB album, a lot of the songs they were on the charts for the first few weeks, and then after all the antics stopped, only that song he got with Future, which is a trash record, Way Too Sexy, is the only song that really, was able to maintain a top 10, stability. But even with that, that's not even in the top 10 no more. That's nowhere to be found. I don't even know where on the charts it is right now, but it's not in the top 10. So Drake album is flopping really hard right now. The girls ain't really talking about it no more. But when it came out back in September, it was a big topic for a little bit. But and Drake typically has that backing and that playlisting and that radio plays, and people were like Drake. Drake has a big fan base, so Drake does well. With Chris Brown, I feel like, you know, with him, like he does the same thing Drake does. He tries to pander to this new sound, and he tries to stay relevant and be more consistent, and to just be around. But I feel like it's not working for him. Chris Brown have not really had a solo hit in a long time. All Chris Brown's biggest hits is with people. In the last 4 years, his big hit was No Guidance, and that was because Drake was on the song, and because him and Drake had made up, and the video was interesting, and it was cool to see him and Drake do that, and that was a big hit. And then he had the song with Young Thug, Everything You Do Is Amazing. That was a big hit too. But we're not gonna sit here and act like Chris Brown really just be having hits. Everything comes out with is a hit. Chris Brown be flopping hard. Even in the R&B department, his songs are not the most talk about songs right now. Like it's like, oh, Chris Brown job cool. His fans will eat it up because Chris Brown got some core fans who like everything he puts out. They're delusional. But he like generally like I think people are just tired of the same generic R&B up tempo talking about sexual stuff and just being so like just doing like the most in his songs. Like it's just annoying. The quality of the music's not the same. He needs to go back to the Take You Down. I understand maybe we're not in that era no more like that. People really don't care about the quality of music. Once you can make a club banger and the production is because the production on this song was amazing. But I feel like once the production sounds good, then people kind of eat it up. But I feel like you're Chris Brown. Like I feel like his legacy, because already he already has that problem with the industry, because when the whole Rihanna thing happened, the industry kind of stopped really rocking with them. But he found his way to come back and be a little bit more relevant because he has a fan base that held him down. Chris Brown is a legend. We're not gonna argue about that, especially for this generation. Chris Brown inspired a lot of the boys that's out now doing R&B. But Chris Brown right now, with everything that he's been through in the industry for over the last couple of years, and then like the music he's making and just how his legacy looks, it looks really bad for him. He needs to make better music. I'm close to losing it with Chris Brown. But this is the first single, so because this is his 10th album, so I didn't realize Chris Brown has that much albums, but he does. He has, I guess I heard this is his 10th album. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna need him to really step it up in the music department and really make some great music. Because he's just making songs that fit the times, but it's like it don't really age well. And it's the video was cool. It looks good. He was dancing, doing the typical Chris Brown dance, which I don't mind because he can dance, and Chris Brown's a legend. He can dance. He was definitely studying Michael and Usher and them. Like he embodies that when it comes to the dancing. He's not really using his talent that much though. And then he has all these cars, it's cool, it looks nice, and then he's the transformer thing. It's like we've seen that before. We're over it. And the goal was giving us that. Like I'm over, I'm over like all the extra stuff in the video. Like make a nice video that people can be like, yo, this was a good video. Like the way Bruno Mars and The Weeknd does certain stuff. I'm not saying be like them and go back to the old sound like that, that they're doing, but at least make quality music, make good music. When you was actually making good music, that was when you was at your peak. That was when you was charting. Now that you want to be relevant with the industry and and try to make music that sounds like today, why aren't you really charting though? That's only like for Drake. At least for Drake, we could say Drake. Yeah, Drake makes the generic music and everything, and Drake music not the same. He has lost it. He's got very lazy, but Drake charts. It works for Drake. It don't work for Chris Brown. And I understand Drake is like a industry darling. The industry likes him. And with Chris Brown, Chris Brown had his issues, but still, Chris Brown still has a fan base that hold him down. Chris Brown he still charts, but it's not like the way Drake does. And I understand the whole industry thing, but let's be clear, Chris Brown is Chris Brown. You know what I mean? Like you could still be out here doing what you got to do, but I just feel like I don't know. I don't really like what he's really doing with the music. I'm not into it. Um, and if he drops this album, this 10th album, and it don't have more than like 8 good songs that really, that really like get me out of my seat, or I could say that it's like some innovative, top notch stuff, Chris Brown and me, we're done. I love Chris Brown. I'll always go back and listen to his old music, but he needs to go back to the studio and get inspired. He needs to make songs like "She Ain't You," "Take You Down," even a song like "New Flame." It could still be a nice production that sounds like a production that's out now, but it could be a nice R&B song. Or make more songs like "Back to Love." Even Undecided wasn't a bad song. Like Chris Brown over the years have had songs that were bops over the last 6 years. A couple of songs like I like Privacy, I like Undecided, I like Back to Love, I like Back to Sleep. He had a couple of songs that I like, Zero wasn't that bad. And I like Liquor. Liquor was cool. But he needs to go back to really he needs to go back to his, like I said, the She Ain't You and Take You Down and Wall to Wall type of music. You know, I'm not really into this generic R&B and trap R&B and want to be like we understand that you could kind of rap, you're talented, but you're not using your talent enough to showcase who you are. So I'm kind of over the whole Chris Brown situation. This song is kind of trash. The production is the only thing that I would say was good. That's why I wouldn't really give it hell. But this song was trash. And it's not like a terrible bad song, but the only reason why I want to give it trash is because I already heard this from Chris Brown already. Nothing about this was new or innovative or different. He's doing the same thing over and over, and people always complain about Kendrick and and J. Cole and all these artists doing the same thing over and over, and Bruno Mars and The Weeknd. But at least like they're making music that's quality though. Even if it's redundant, it's quality music. Chris Brown is making these generic songs that sound terrible. The production is what's saving the songs, and because people like the club stuff, and this era we're surviving off of generic music, so that's the reason why he's eating. But it's not that easy for Chris Brown when it comes to the making good music. He has lost it, and he needs to be inspired. He needs to put the coke down and really just get into what he needs to get into. Get into it, yeah, because it's trash. So that's how I feel about this new release for Chris Brown. Let's get into Adele. Um, so Adele dropped the video for "Oh My God." I guess she wanted to release another song as a single, but I feel like I think "I Drink Wine" was what she wanted to release as a single, but I guess "I Drink Wine" wasn't really catching the media attention like that, so she decided to, I think "Oh My God" is a song that people like off the album because that song is fire. That song is fire. But I felt like, so she's kind of pushing this one now. And she dropped the video for it, and the video is cute. I like it. I like the different colors and stuff like that. She looked cute, and I like how she slimmed down and everything. Adele looks beautiful, and the video was nice. You had people dancing. It was a little different from all her other videos, a little bit. But Adele still too. Adele, listen, baby, you make great music. You make quality music, and you don't. I respect you because Adele don't have to do the antics and do the TikTok and all the extra stuff and pander just to make good music or sell. Her music speak for itself. She has that Kendrick and Beyonce and Nicki type of effect. They don't need the antics to sell music or to really define who they are. They just make good music. And like it's like J. Cole too. Like you have to let it speak for itself. Rihanna, like they just let the music speak for it for what it is, and then you can dissect it for yourself. So I respect Adele in that department, but I feel like when it comes to the music video, the music videos department, Adele can step it up. Adele can step it up a little bit. I feel like this video, it was cute and it was a little different. People was dancing. It was actually interesting a little bit, but it was kind of boring in a way too. I feel like she makes the same type of like she first of all, Adele needs to get up out of that wooden chair and give me more looks. This video she was giving some looks. I'll definitely give her that. She was giving looks, but she needs to get out of them wooden chairs and out of these houses and black screen and really just make a sickening video that's because her videos is not really her strength. Really, she just makes these, you know, autumn, fall type videos, and or she's either like in like a green screen or a black screen, and she's just wearing a dress or whatever and just being Adele and just singing, which is Adele typically, and we love that. But it's new. We're in a new era. We need something different when it comes to the music videos department. The video was okay. It's not terrible, but it could have been better. I like how there's some things that was different about it, but she needs to get out of that wooden chair and really just come out. And this album is not all that. Like, this album is a good album. But I just feel like this album is not like better than 25. Like, 25 was really, really good. This album is good. There's a lot of good songs on there, but 25 takes the cake for me when it comes to the album. That album was good. Like, every song would say on 25. All I ask if it's my last night with you, hold me like I'm more than just a friend. If you gonna let me down gently. Don't pretend that you don't love me. I love you more. What on the bridge? All I ask, let me photograph you in the line in case it is the last time that we might be. Like, well, like when we were young, like all them songs on there are so good. Remedy and I'll Be Your Remedy. Like all them songs on there was really, really good. Like you really got the feeling, the emotion. This album was good too. She did some, she was kind of experimenting with this album a little bit too, but you know what I mean? But 25 was a little bit much better. But this album was still a good album. Last year out of all the albums that came out, this is probably top 5. So it's still a good album, but I just feel like, because the album was not that great at 25, but it was still a good album, I feel like the music videos need to be a step. She needs to kind of bring it with the music videos a little bit. But I love Adele. Adele's still my girl. She still makes great music. She haven't lost it for me, but I feel like the music video thing has been getting a little bit boring. You know what I mean? And that's something that, But the music videos is not the end you'll be for artists. Once your music is good and you're really trying your best to make quality music, that's the first thing. So at least she tries that. So she's not like Cokehead Brown and Champagne Thickums, the Lipo guy, and all these people that's doing all the antics and stuff. Shout out to Gunna and The Weeknd. The Weeknd is supposed to sell 154K in this first week, and he's gonna debut at number 1 with his album, and then Gunna is supposed to sell 152K and debut at number 2. So shout out to them on that. Gunna really surprised me. The fans were really eating this album up. It wasn't that great, but the girls like it. The girls and the boys like it, so I guess we just have to eat it off of that. Avril Lavigne dropped a new single. What a legend for like pop and rock music and alternative. She dropped like a punk rock pop 2000s early 2000s type of music. 2004, 3, 1. I like it. It reminds me of her old sound. Y'all know I like Avril Lavigne. I like the child. Don't shut the TV off. Y'all know I like Avril Lavigne. Not the news. Y'all excuse the news. Y'all know I like Avril Lavigne a lot. I think she makes great music. In the time with the oh my God, I feel good right now. Oh, I say what the hell? Like she used to have some good music. Hey, you, I'm a girlfriend, da, 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 da. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she had, some good songs. Erica Banks dropped some songs. She dropped a song. I don't know. I didn't know that. We'll talk about that maybe my next video because I didn't know. So, yeah. But she dropped a song. It sounds really good. And anything that people give me, anything that these artists give me that sounds like their old work, because their old work is clearly their best work. Because I thought artists' next work is always their best work, but apparently the girls is not giving that no more. It seems like they're just getting lazier and terrible as the albums and the years go by. But I mean, with Avril, I like that sound. I heard it. This is the sound that we fell in love with, and Blackbeard did a good job on the song as well too. I think Blackbeard was amazing, and it was a good song. And I can't wait to hear her album. I heard she going back to her roots from where she started from, the type of music that she was making before. So I mean, I'm proud and I'm happy. Like I said, I like her music because right now music is very generic. So anything that you give me that sounds like your old stuff, but that sounds really good, I will eat it up. Complicated.